Over the past 25 years, we at Brindisa have carved many Spanish hams here in Borough Market. In the course of this short film, we hope to show you how to make the most of your ham on the bone, whether it is a Serrano or an Iberico. Follow the advice of our experienced carvers, and you will soon discover the pleasure of carving your own delicious slices of ham. Carving well will mean that you taste the ham at its best and increase the yield that you can expect. Each muscle has its own particular character, whether it is sweeter, moister, firmer, or more intense. And the better your skills, the more fully you'll be able to enjoy all of these. Que aproveche.
It's important to know how to place the ham in the stand. Push the hoof all the way through the collar, as far as it will go, and then tighten the large screw as tight as it will go. Now this will help us to work more comfortably and more safely over the ham. It's crucial to have the right tools when carving a ham on the bone. A strong knife to trim and to cut into the ham. A long thin bladed one to slice it. Now it's imperative that they're both razor sharp to get the best results. First, we make a cut here, 3 fingers below the elbow. Then we trim away the rind, the outer fat, and the inner skin. You only want to trim away as much as you're going to use, and keep the first layer of fat, as this will help to protect and keep the meat moist over the next few days. We'll start by slicing this side, which is the bigger muscle. It's called the maza, or cushion.
This white fat can be rendered down and used for cooking, giving a lovely sweet flavour. Avoid using yellow fat, as this is oxidised and will taste rancid.
You need to cut the slice about this size, just a mouthful. Take your time and concentrate on not cutting the slice too thickly. You should almost be able to see the blade through the meat.
If you need to trim off some of the more heavily cured ham while carving, then put it aside for later.
If you need a large slice for wrapping the fish, chicken, you only need carry on to carve, like a dish. And that's it.
Once we reach this point, and in order to get the most meat from our ham, we need to cut the meat away from the bone. For this, we need to use the bone knife or the short-bladed knife. When we cut this part of the ham, the punta, we need to change the angle of the knife. Flat surface, straight lines, and clean bones is a proof of a good carving.
Carved properly, like this, about 100 grams should serve 4 people as a starter. Depending on its size, you should be able to get about 3 kilos of meat from your ham.
At this point, you should turn the ham over and start carving the other side. And as before, we'll only clean away as much as we're going to eat at that moment. This is the babilla. Being a smaller muscle, it's generally drier than the matha and more heavily cured. You need to be careful when carving around the bone to make sure you don't lose any meat. As you carve your ham on, you may find that the edge on your knife is lost, so we recommend using a honing steel to bring it back up. Now it's imperative that you clean the knife before and after you use the steel.
Now you can see one of the reasons it is important to carve tightly. You can still carry on getting good, even slices. There are a couple of places that you shouldn't forget. Now, when I arrive at the fibula, we need broken and now carry on to do more slice in the jarrete. Some people think this is the best part of the ham.
Now, at this point, most of people might think that the ham is sofa. But no, we can get some more meat out of it. The dried and cured pieces that we've been trimming off during the carving, they can be diced, making little cubes, and used for cooking. Finally, we will cut the bones at the joints and crack them open. This will form a basis for a really good stock.
If stored in a dry place, you should be able to carve yourself delicious ham for 6 to 8 weeks. Each time you've finished carving, just rub the cut face with a little sunflower oil. You can expect the ham to dry out over time, but the flavour shouldn't be affected. Follow the advice of Brindisa's ham team, and you'll be able to get the most out of your ham, whatever type you're carving.